Hi everyone, welcome to yoga. My name is Paige Thatcher. Today we'll be discussing the sacral chakra. I will do some yoga poses and maybe talk about it just a bit, just introducing you to what it is. Let's begin our practice today in a comfortable seated position, just sitting up tall, maybe sitting on a blanket. Beginning to relax into your seat. Maybe closing your eyes here. Bringing the hands down to the lap or at your sides. Bringing the shoulder blades down the back. And just breathing here. Noticing the temperature of the room. Noticing any sounds, any smells. Letting the outside world go. And just being here on your mat, in your body. Noticing any thoughts as they may come and just letting them pass. Thoughts will come. Just bring your attention back to your senses or back to your breath. Notice your breath. Are you holding your breath? Does the breath flow freely throughout your body? Remember not to pass judgment on yourself. Whatever you're feeling or however you're breathing is perfectly fine. Beginning to deepen the breath, breathing deep into the lower belly, maybe placing a hand on the lower belly as you feel it rise on the inhale. Inhaling completely into the lungs and then exhaling fully, relaxing the shoulder blades down the spine, exhaling belly button to backbone, releasing all the air from your lungs. Try to begin to lengthen through the exhales. Counting here if you like, inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 5 or 6. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Continuing to breathe here for a few minutes, I'm going to talk a bit about the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is known as Sadvasthana, or your own place. We generally imagine this chakra as the color orange. So while you're breathing, feel free to imagine an orange glow rising up and exhaling, floating the orange glow back down, and repeating with each breath. Your sacral chakra is right below your belly button. Feel free to place a hand on this area and imagine that orange light right at that hand. If you would like to use oils with this practice, bergamot, cardamom, clary sage, neroli, patchouli, sandalwood, and ylang-ylang. This sacral chakra represents creative energies associated with the realm of emotions. It's the center of your own feelings and sensations. Throughout the practice, I'll share some mantras that you might like to use with this chakra. Let's begin with, I attract people who treat me with respect. That's important to all of us, to be respected. So just imagine that as you're breathing. I attract people who will treat me with respect. Imagining that orange glow filling your body, growing brighter with each breath. Making each breath full and complete. And when you're ready, we'll begin to open the eyes, taking the arms down by the sides. We'll sit up tall through the crown of the head, and as we inhale, we'll raise the arms tall to the sky, and exhale the arms down by our sides. Inhaling once more, taking the arms tall, and exhaling the arms down by the sides. We'll inhale one more time, and as we exhale this time, we'll take right hand to left knee, with the left hand behind us, sitting up tall through the crown of our heads as we inhale and exhaling into the twist, twisting from the lower spine, the ribs, the shoulders, with the head and neck the last to gaze over the left shoulder, breathing full and complete breaths here, using the breath to aid in the twist. We'll inhale to come back through center, raising the arms tall, and exhaling to take left hand to right knee, and twisting from the lower spine, the ribs, and the shoulder, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhaling tall through the crown of the head and exhaling into the twist. Using your exhales to find small bits of space in the body. Inhaling to come back through center, we'll raise the arms tall and we'll exhale the arms down by our sides. We'll take the legs out to a wide V, flexing through your feet, sitting up tall, maybe sitting on a blanket or a block. Just finding where's comfortable for you today in this position. And maybe you stay here, or maybe you'll inhale tall, and as you exhale, begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Breathing here, maybe walking the hands out a bit more as you exhale. Keeping the back flat, folding from the hips. Using your breath to slowly ease into this pose. While you're in this pose, you might contemplate another mantra. Perhaps I enjoy pleasure in all areas of my life. When you find your stretch relaxing through the head and neck, still imagining that orange ball of light with each breath, rising through the body and falling through the body. I enjoy pleasure in all areas of my life. We'll slowly walk the hands back towards the hips. We'll take the hands behind the knees and gently bring the feet into touch. Sitting up tall once again. Maybe open your feet like a book here. Maybe giving yourself a foot massage. Maybe just pausing in this position. You want to urge your knees towards the earth, but you want to sit up tall with a straight spine. So if you're here, then stay here. Just finding a place where you're comfortable. We'll sit up tall as we inhale, and as we exhale, we'll fold from the hips once more. Finding the stretch. Maybe urging the knees down towards the earth with the elbows. And when you find the stretch, relaxing through the head and neck. Coming back to that glow of the orange light. Full and complete breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe repeating to yourself, my emotions are free-flowing and balanced. My emotions are free-flowing and balanced. And when you're ready, we'll slowly walk our way back up to sitting up tall, breathing here, breathing deep into the belly, exhaling fully, taking belly button to spine. We'll slowly bring the knees in together, and we'll make our way to hands and knees for tabletop, moving any props out of the way. Bringing hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips, usually about 2 fist widths apart. Finding some extension from the crown of our head to our tailbone, gently pushing the earth away. Taking a few breaths here. And on our next inhale, we'll drop the belly and gaze up towards sky. And exhaling, we'll arch through the back, pushing the earth away. Inhaling to drop the belly for cow. And exhaling to arch through the shoulder blades for cat. Inhaling to cow. And exhaling for cat. Taking a few of these with your own breath, at your own pace, going as fast or as slow as you would like. Staying with your breath. Using the breath to aid you in each pose. Coming to a neutral spine when you're ready. We'll take a right hand high to the sky, opening through the chest. And as we exhale, we'll drop the right hand underneath the left shoulder. Inhaling to take right hand to sky, and exhaling to drop the right hand underneath the left. Inhaling and exhaling, creating a wave-like motion with the body. Using your breath, stretching through the shoulder. And on your next exhale, we'll lower the right shoulder down to the earth, taking the left arm in front of your face or out in front of your head, and breathing here. Twists are excellent for the sacral chakra. Full and complete breaths. Noticing your thoughts. Letting any thought that comes into your mind pass. The thoughts will continue to come. Just let them go. On your next inhale, we'll bring the left hand back in towards the face and raise the right arm high to the sky, opening through the chest, dropping the right hand back to the mat. Finding your foundation, taking a breath here. We'll inhale to raise the left hand high to sky, opening through the chest, and exhale to bring it underneath the right. Inhaling high to sky and exhaling underneath the right. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. And on your next exhale, we'll lower the left shoulder down to the earth, bringing right hand in front of your face or out in front of your head. Imagining that orange light traveling from your tailbone up to your head and back down again as you exhale. Inhaling to bring the right hand back in front of the face. We'll slowly rise up, taking the left arm high to sky, stretching through the chest, and then gently placing the left hand back to the earth, finding your foundation, growing long from tailbone to crown of head, and taking a few breaths here. When you're ready, taking your time, we'll tuck our toes and we'll send our hips high to sky for downward dog. Your first downward dog of the practice. Feel free to bend into one knee and then the other, beginning to stretch through the backs of the legs, making sure fingers are pointed forward and spread wide like starfish, gazing at your belly button or the tops of your thighs. And when you're ready, coming to stillness, maybe bending into the knees just a bit to send the hips a little higher to sky. And just breathing here. Still imagining that orange light filling the body. Closing the eyes in any pose where you feel comfortable. And if you like, repeating the mantra, I am a creative being. When you're ready, we'll send the left leg high to sky, maybe bending through the knee, opening through the hip, rolling through the foot and ankle. And then coming back to straight, drawing the knee into the chest and planting the foot between the palms. Breathing here. We'll drop the right heel down to the mat at a 45-degree angle. Hips are on railroad tracks and facing forward. We'll bring the arms behind us and slowly rise up, warrior one. Bending into the knee. Aiming to get that left thigh parallel to the mat. Shoulders relaxed down the spine. Finding strength and steadiness in this pose. Letting the mind rest on that orange ball of light directly below the belly button. We'll exhale the hands into the chest and open up to warrior two. Bringing left heel in line with the arch of the right foot. Arms are shoulder height. Settling down. Gazing over left fingertips. Finding the breath. We'll reverse the front palm and send it overhead for reversed warrior. Bringing the right arm down the right leg or bending into the elbow and taking the hand behind the back, opening through the chest. Settling into the pose. We'll inhale to come back to warrior two. Gazing over left fingertips. We'll inhale to straighten the left leg. And taking fingertips just past the left toes, we'll reach forward and then drop the hand to a shin, a block or the earth, and raise right arm high to sky. Triangle pose. Coming back to your orange light, letting any thoughts pass. Maybe repeating any mantra that suited you today. We'll inhale to rise up, bending into the left knee, coming back to warrior two. We'll straighten through the left leg and bring the hands to the chest, squaring the hips, bringing the hands into prayer. And as you exhale, we'll fold forward. Maybe dropping the right hand down to the earth or a block, and raising the left arm high to sky for revolved triangle. Coming back to your breath, breathing deep into the twist. Squaring the shoulders. We'll inhale to bring the hand back to the earth. Pausing here, folding forward, bringing knee to head. Bringing the hands to the earth. We'll bring right foot to meet the left and pausing in forward fold. We'll bring the arms out by the sides as we swan dive up, inhaling, bringing hands to touch overhead, and exhaling, hands to chest. Pausing here, coming back to the breath. Focusing on your ball of orange light, feeling your body. We'll bring the hands down by the sides and inhale, arms high to sky. And exhale to swan dive forward, bending from the hips. Bringing the hands to the earth. Your shins are a block, being sure to fold from the hips. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows here and swaying from side to side. Repeating the mantra. I honor the sacred body in which my soul resides. I honor the sacred body in which my soul resides. We'll drop the hands to the earth. Bring the hands flat to the earth, and we'll step back, downward dog. Breathing here, finding your form. Feet are hip width apart, hands are facing forward, fingers are spread like starfish, gazing at your belly button or thighs. This spreading through the shoulders, maybe putting a slight bend into the elbows. Breathing here. Bringing the right leg high to sky. We'll bend into the knee, rolling through the foot and ankle. Straightening through the right leg, bringing the knee into the chest, and then planting the foot between the palms. Dropping the left heel down to the mat. We'll slowly inhale, rising up, warrior one. Aiming to bring right thigh parallel to the mat. Shoulders relax down the spine. Coming back to a mantra. Imagining that orange glow. We'll exhale, hands into heart center, and we'll open up to warrior two, bringing right heel in line with the arch of the left foot. Arms are shoulder height, gazing over right fingertips. We'll reverse the right palm and send it overhead for reverse warrior. Maybe taking the left arm behind the back, opening through the chest. Coming back to warrior two. We'll straighten through the right leg and bringing our right fingertips past our big toe, reaching out. We'll drop our right hand to our shin, the mat, or a block, and bring the left hand high to sky for triangle. Breathing here, stacking the shoulders. Trying to take the weight out of that right hand. Staying with the mantra you chose. Noticing that orange light fill the body. Deep, full, complete breaths. We'll inhale to bend into the right knee, rising back up to warrior two. Inhaling to bring the hands into the chest, straightening through the right leg. We'll fold from the hips as we bring the chest to face the right leg, folding down to the knee. Dropping the left hand down to the mat and opening the right arm up to sky, stacking the shoulders, revolve triangle. Bringing the right arm down to the mat, pausing here, drawing the head close to the knee. We'll bring the hands down to the earth, and we'll bring left foot to meet the right and forward fold. Hanging here, folding from the hips, maybe grabbing big toes with your peace fingers, bending into the elbows, and urging the head closer to the earth. We'll inhale to rise up, creating a flat back, and exhale to fold. Releasing your toes. We'll inhale to swan dive up, taking the arms up to the sky, and exhaling hands to heart center. Pausing here for a few breaths. Imagining that orange light. Repeating your mantra. Inhaling, we'll take the arms back up to sky. And exhaling, we'll fold from the hips, folding forward, bringing the hands to rest on the mat. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows again. Maybe taking the hands behind the shins and gently urging the head towards the earth. Exhaling into the fold. We'll drop the hands down to the mat and step back to downward dog. Breathing here, finding your form. Bending into the knees to take the hips a little higher, spreading through the shoulder blades. We'll raise the right leg high to sky, and bending into the knee, we'll bring the knee into the chest and begin to drop the right leg down to the mat for pigeon. Trying to get the right leg parallel to the earth, dropping the left knee down to the mat. Bringing your hands down by your sides, sitting up tall. Taking a few breaths here, inhaling through the crown of the head. And on your next exhale, we'll begin to walk the fingertips out slowly, maybe coming to the forearms, maybe bringing your head to a block, maybe bringing the forehead all the way down to the mat, taking whichever option is good for you today. You can even place a block underneath the hip for a little bit more support, knowing that wherever you are today is perfect. Taking whatever modification you need. Relaxing into the pose as much as you can. Coming back to your mantra. Coming back to that orange light filling the body. Knowing that you are enough. We'll slowly begin to rise up, coming back to your forearms or back to your hands, and gently moving any props off to the side. We'll slowly roll onto our right hip and bring our left leg around to meet the right, and stacking our legs here in fire log, bringing your left foot on top of your right knee, sitting up tall through the crown of your head, rooting your hip bones into the earth, bringing the shoulders down the spine, and breathing here. If you would like, you can bring the arms behind the back, grabbing opposite elbows for a gentle chest opener. And on your next exhale, beginning to fold forward from the hips, going only as far as your body calls you to go. Maybe coming back to that mantra, I am a creative being. Sitting in that orange glow all around you. Beginning to sit up tall when you're ready, releasing the arms down by the sides. Taking a few more breaths here. We'll take our left leg and we'll swing it behind us, bringing the right leg to meet and rising up for downward dog. Finding your foundation, bending through the knees just a bit. Breathing here. And when you're ready, we'll take the left leg high to sky. We'll bend into the knee and bring the left knee to the mat, dropping the right knee behind us. Maybe walking the hands back towards the hips, sitting up tall through the crown of the head. And exhaling to slowly walk the hands out, folding from the hip. Finding the modification you need. Placing a block or a blanket underneath the hip, walking the hands out, maybe coming to the forearms, maybe placing the head on a block. Taking the modification that best serves your body. Sinking down into the pose with each breath. Sending your exhales to the hips, allowing them to relax. Knowing that you are a creative being. pooling the orange light all around you. Breathing deep into the belly, exhaling fully. Maybe trying to lengthen the exhales just a bit. And when you're ready, we'll remove any props off to the side. We'll gently come to our forearms and our hands, and we'll slowly swing the right leg around, placing the right heel on top of the left knee, right knee over the left foot, sitting up tall through the crown of your head, breathing here. Maybe clasping elbows behind the back, opening through the chest. And when you're ready, exhaling into the fold, folding from the hips, maybe relaxing through the head and neck, and breathing here. Using your exhales to fold a little further with each breath. We'll slowly rise up when you're ready, dropping the hands down by the sides, sitting up tall, and breathing here. Inhaling deep into the lower belly and exhaling belly button to spine. Full and complete breaths. We'll release the pose, sending right leg behind us and coming back to downward dog. Taking a breath here and then dropping to the knees, down to tabletop, wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips, finding your foundation. And then gently taking the knees out to the sides, turning the feet out to a 90-degree angle. And maybe staying here, maybe coming down to the forearms for frog pose. Going down, finding space through the hips, through the thighs, bringing the hips back just a bit. Staying here, or maybe lowering the chest down to the mat, bringing your head to a block. Taking whatever modification your body's calling for today. Picturing that orange light directly below the belly button. I attract people who treat me with respect. I attract people who treat me with respect. Breathing into the stretch. A few more breaths. Breathing deep into the lower belly and exhaling fully. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, come forward onto the belly. Take the legs out behind you, straightening through each leg, maybe rocking the hips from side to side, stacking the hands on top of each other, and maybe bringing the forehead down to the mat just for a moment. Taking a breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll come up to the forearms, taking the hands about shoulder width apart and dragging your chest forward, releasing through the neck and spine, feeling that sacral chakra push down into the earth for Sphinx Pose. Breathing here, a gentle back bend. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. Taking one more deep breath here. And we'll release the chest back down to the mat, releasing the arms. And we'll gently roll over onto our backs. Bringing the feet to the earth in front of you. Bringing the arms down by the sides. Allowing the spine to sink down into the earth. Maybe taking the shoulder blades down the spine. Breathing here. We'll bring the feet into the hips just a little bit closer. And on your next inhale, we'll raise hips and hands, taking the hands overhead. And as we exhale, we'll lower hips and hands back to the earth. Inhaling to raise hips and hands, and exhaling to lower. Taking a few of these with your own breath. Going as fast or as slow as you would like. Pausing anywhere if you like. Maybe pausing at the top. Drawing in with the thighs. Finding strength and raising a bit higher on the inhale. Gently tucking chin to chest. And exhaling to lower. And gently lowering, bringing knees into chest, rocking from side to side. Maybe taking big toes here and opening up for a happy baby. Bending into the elbows, drawing the knees down closer to the earth. Gently tucking chin into chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. And then maybe rocking side to side. Making this a joyful, happy pose, just like a happy baby. And releasing the pose, drawing knees into chest and rocking from side to side. We'll take the arms out wide. Draw the knees over to the left, gazing over the right fingertips. Breathing into the twist. Shoulder blades are flat to the mat. Breathing here. Coming back to your favorite mantra of the class. Imagining that orange light filling the body. We'll inhale to bring the knees back through center. And exhale the knees over to the right, gazing over left fingertips. Shoulder blades are flat to the mat. Imagining that orange light growing and growing inside of you until it fills the entire room that you're in. We'll bring the knees back through center, giving yourself a hug and rocking from side to side. And when you're ready, we'll gently extend legs long on the mat, bringing heels mats width apart, bringing the hands down by the sides, facing up to receive energy. Shoulder blades sink down into the mat. The backs of the hands release down into the earth. The feet fall apart, relaxing through the chin and the jaw, relaxing the eyes and the forehead. The body becomes heavy. It sinks down into the earth. You almost feel weightless, like you're floating in the sky. Slowly begin to wiggle through your fingers and toes, rolling through your wrists and ankles, taking your arms overhead and your toes out, stretching through the body, taking the biggest stretch you've had all day. And exhaling the knees into the chest and rolling to your right side. Taking a moment here, allowing the body to rest. Repeating any mantras one more time. And knowing that you can repeat them throughout your day if you like. Bringing your attention from any thoughts back to that mantra, back to the breath, back to the orange glow. And when you're ready, we'll slowly come to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. We'll draw our hands into our chest. I want to thank you for joining me today, joining me in this practice. As we raise our thumbs to forehead center, we bow as we say namaste. The light in me honors and respects the light in you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.